Hello, my name is Melsov. Today I will present my individual assignment on cyber law in digital era, with a specific focus on the Cambridge Analytica case. In this presentation, I will explain the importance of cyber law, analyze the legal issues in this case, and discuss its impact on modern digital regulation. Cyber law refers to a system of legal rules that regulate activities in the digital environment, including online behavior, data protection, and electronic transactions. It has become increasingly important because modern society is highly dependent on digital technologies. People communicate, work, and share personal information online every day. Therefore, cyber law plays a key role in protecting users, ensuring accountability of digital platforms, and maintaining trust in digital systems. One of the primary functions of cyber law is the prevention and control of cybercrime. Cybercrimes include hacking, phishing, malware attacks, identity theft, and online fraud. These activities can cause serious financial and reputational damage within a short period of time. Legal frameworks such as the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act establish penalties for such actions and allow authorities to prosecute offenders. As a result, cyber law helps create deterrence and improves overall digital security. Another important area of cyber law is the protection of personal data and privacy. In digital economy, personal data has become a valuable resource. Users frequently share sensitive information such as financial details, identification data, and behavioral online patterns. Laws such as the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, and the Personal Data Protection Act, or PDPA, regulate how this data is collected, processed, and stored. They require user consent, impose security obligations on organizations, and establish rules for database notifications. Cyber law also regulates digital interactions and electronic transactions. It ensures that online contracts and electronic signatures are legally recognized and enforceable. Additionally, cyber law allows digital evidence to be used in court, provided that its authenticity and integrity can be verified. This is important for supporting secure online business operations and maintaining legal certainty in the digital environment. The Cambridge Analytica scandal is one of the most well-known examples of data misuse in recent years. The issue began with a personality quiz application called This Is Your Digital Life. This app collected data from approximately 300,000 users who installed it. However, due to Facebook's systems at that time, it also collected data from users' friends without their direct agreement. As a result, data from up to 87 million Facebook users has been obtained. This data was later used to create detailed psychological and profiling to target voters in political campaigns. This case raised several important legal issues in cyber law. First, there was a lack of informed consent, as users were not fully aware of how their data would be collected and used. Second, personal data was misused, as information collected for research purposes was later used for political profiling. Third, deceptive practices were involved since the app did not clearly explain its real purpose. And finally, the case highlighted the responsibility of digital platforms, showing that Facebook failed to properly control third-party access to user data. Different legal frameworks were applied in response to this case. In the United States, Section 5 of the FTC Act was used to address unfair and deceptive practices related to data collection and privacy. The Federal Trade Commission also examined misleading claims regarding participation in cross-border data transfer, such as the European Union and United States Privacy Shield. In the United Kingdom, the Data Protection Act 1998 was applied, focusing on principles such as transparency, fairness, and data security. Importantly, the case demonstrated that legal responsibility extends beyond one company and involves a broader ecosystem of platforms, analytic firms, and political organizations. The Cambridge Analytica case led to significant legal consequences. In the United Kingdom, the Information Commissioner's Office imposed a £500,000 fine on Facebook. In the United States, the FTC imposed a $5 billion penalty, which became one of the largest privacy-related fines in history. And additionally, Meta agreed to pay $725 million to settle a class action lawsuit related to data misuse. These outcomes demonstrate a shift towards stricter enforcement of data protection laws. This case had a major impact on the development of cyber law. It accelerated the enforcement of data protection regulations, especially GDPR in the European Union. It also led to increased transparency requirements in political advertising and included disclosure of sponsors and targeting methods. Furthermore, platforms introduced stricter controls on third-party access to user data. Overall, the case shifted attention from traditional cyber threats to governance issues within digital platforms. Based on this case, several important recommendations can be made. First, platforms should provide clear and simple explanations of how user data is collected and used. Second, stricter rules should be introduced for political micro-targeting to prevent manipulations of voters. Third, access to user data by third-party applications should be limited and regularly audited. This case shows that self-regulation by platforms is not sufficient and stronger external oversight is required. Stronger enforcement mechanisms are necessary to ensure compliance with cyber laws. This includes higher penalties, regular audits, and independent oversight bodies. International cooperation is also essential as digital data often moves across borders. At the same time, it is important to follow responsible research access to ensure transparency and accountability of digital platforms. In conclusion, cyber law is essential in today's digital world. The Cambridge Analytica case clearly demonstrates the need for stronger legal frameworks to protect personal data, maintain trust, and safeguard democratic processes. Thank you.